Yay, it's working. It's working now. I think it is. Okay, so time to share my screen. Which one? Bro, I didn't know Chrome was using my camera and microphone. It's almost like I pressed it. Pressed to allow it, I mean. Cold. I'm cold. Okay, I did French, language arts, science, and oops, now I'm at history, social studies. What am I reading? Impact of John F. Kennedy assassination. Oswald killed. Why does this sound like he was the one that died? He's the one that killed. I don't know, I'm stupid. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested on November 22nd, 1963 for the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, but he never faced trial. 2 days after his arrest, Oswald was being transferred to another jail. His transfer was being broadcast on live television when Jack Ruby shot him. Wow, served him right though. This was the only murder to ever happen on live television. The Warren Commission. In September of 1964, President Lyndon B. Johnson put together the Warren Commission. This commission was led by Chief Justice Earl Warren of the Supreme Court. The job of this commission was to research the assassination of John F. Kennedy and release the report to the Republic. The 800-page document revealed Oswald to be a communist sympathizer who acted alone. Immediately, the public was extremely skeptical of the report. This report contributed to the start of public distrust of the government. What was the purpose of the Warren Commission stated by President to? Oh, that's weird. Oh my god, I already read this. What position did Warren hold when he was put in charge of Warren Commission? This one. Who was in charge of the Warren Commission? Which president was John F. Kennedy? I'm gonna make this bigger. Pause. So. Cold. Oh, good.
Now, unfortunately for President Lyndon Johnson, a lot of what he gets remembered for in the 1960s is Vietnam. And for lots of presidencies, if you have some major event that occurs, good or bad, that's what you're going to be remembered for. A good example is when George W. Bush got elected in 2000, nobody knew 9/11 was going to happen, including him. And so, but when it happens, I've heard him say in interviews, that happened early on in my presidency in 2001. And I knew then this is my presidency. And it's like, yeah, it is. You didn't plan on it, but that's what happened. So for Lyndon Johnson, for LBJ, unfortunately for him, his legacy is Vietnam. Now, some of that is his own fault.
Wow.
policies he's going to do in Vietnam. But that's
Why do you want to?
foreign. If you look at his domestic
Stupid
policies,
school.
and this is something that I do with
Whatever. It's meow. Oh wow, hello. Oh wait. Oops, that's not what I wanted to press. Live chat. Hello, Alex. Okay, now I can play the video. Because I'm doing school.
I do with students
Yeah, I'm
often
doing
when we
school
get
at
to
5:01
LBJ.
p.m.
If you would take out Vietnam, which you can't,
I think,
but if you would take out Vietnam and imagine it never happened and looked at what he tried to do domestically back home, he actually did a pretty good job at trying to help problems that were existing. And some people would say if you were grading him, his domestic policy, he'd get an A. His foreign policy.
Where's the dog bark? Crazy.
Unfortunately, would be an F.
Wait, like homework?
That's Vietnam. And sometimes, now the question would become which one's bigger. Well, there's no question that Vietnam dominated everything. So that's what he gets remembered for. But domestically, he had this idea of a great society. He takes over after the assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. He will win the 1964 election. I have 2 more classes after this. It's not really counted as re-election because he didn't serve a full term as president after John F. Kennedy was killed. But he gets elected in 64, and he's president through 1968. Now, because of Vietnam, he will not seek re-election in 1968. Vietnam wore him out. But from 64 to 68, what he's able to do domestically in the United States definitely had an impact, and probably has an impact that people don't even realize all the way to today's world. So this great society that he's going to have, that's vision that he has, it encompasses civil rights, it encompasses getting rid of poverty, and he actually puts in quite a few programs that kind of changed the face of America. But unfortunately, again, that's not where people remember LBJ as much as they remember what happened in Vietnam. So his great society, presidents back then tended to name their presidencies something. FDR kind of started that. He had the New Deal. And so you started having names attached to things. John F. Kennedy's was the New Frontier. So when he passes away, Johnson could have used that, but he wanted his own identity. So his was the Great Society. And what he wanted to do in the Great Society, his first and foremost goal was to end poverty. Now, it should be noted that Johnson came from a poverty background in Texas. So he knew firsthand the struggles of American families. He had lived it. So he really wanted to end poverty. He wanted to end racial injustice, and that's going to lead into the civil rights movement. And he wanted to basically put a regulation on natural resources, make sure we're not depleting our national resources. Environmental regulations, which had really never been heard of before, making sure we're not harming the atmosphere, the environment. Again, that was something brand new in the 1960s. And then he did an Immigration Act and put a quota on how many immigrants were allowed in. Now, the reason that happened was the economy was suffering a little bit. So he said, I'm going to protect American workers. So all of this was his domestic agenda that he saw as his great society. So lots of money have to be poured into these programs. And one of the things he did was he's really the first president to put lots of funding, federal funding, into schools. Universities, colleges got funding for the first time, but public schools, I think of my own school that I teach in. Public schools got money to basically establish libraries inside the school. So where I teach, my building was actually constructed in the late 1950s. But the library in my building, now today's world, the library has changed a little bit. It's technology oriented. But the library in my building was built with Johnson money. So the building was there, but then he put federal money saying we need libraries in schools. And so that started to be established under Johnson. And lots of money started going into that. He is the first one to mention federal funding for remedial education. So if you need help
Oh, I
in
gotta tell you
something
something.
that you're kind of
So,
falling behind in, a
yesterday,
subject you're falling behind in,
I
we
was
should
looking up on
arrange help
Amazon some stuff
for these students
that I
to
wanted
get the
to
help they
decorate my
need to
room,
keep them
and I
moving
looked
forward.
up bed
That had
frames.
never really
I
been done
literally
before.
searched
So
bed
he's the first one to
frames,
mention that.
nothing else.
And he even
Bed
gave,
frames, and
to
then
some degree, some monies to
the
private
first
and
5
parochial
options that
schools
popped up were
based off of
baskets.
what the funding would go for, remedial programs,
And I
libraries,
was thinking
to fund
something,
even
or
private schools.
or that I'm just
So
dead.
he really
One of
is
the
the
two.
first president to really put money into education. And because of that, you're going to see a precedent set up where presidents after him
What do you mean
are
you
going to be
won't?
looked at by school systems saying, are you giving us the same
Also,
thing
I
that
did a
Johnson gave
bad
us?
thing.
We still have that money coming, right? For the remedial programs we set up, that's still coming, right? And so Johnson's kind of the one that sets that up. So he's also the president that establishes Medicare and Medicaid. So health insurance for either the elderly or for the disabled. And so now that's the first time the federal government ever put money into federal health insurance of any kind. And if you say, well, I know, I've heard of Medicare and Medicaid before, right, it's still around. And so this is the first time the federal government's taking care of people who can't take care of themselves or are injured or are elderly and need health care. First president to ever do that as well. So you can see his great society kind of is taking care of everyone, making sure that if you have an issue, we're going to try to help you with that. Now,
or whatever.
Another thing he's going to do for the inner cities, by the time we get into the 1960s, the inner cities are suffering. The suburbs that had been built after World War II had kind of sucked the life out of the cities. And so you go into a lot of inner cities in the 1960s, you're going to see slums, you're going to see rundown communities. And he said, we've got to do something about this. So the Department of Housing and Urban Development is created, and Robert Weaver becomes the first African-American to ever be a member of the cabinet, to be a secretary in the cabinet. And they basically focus on, okay, we've got to clean up the inner cities. And it starts with housing developments, housing programs, new housing programs, inner city redevelopment, revitalization. We've got to figure out a way to get the inner cities to kind of kickstart them back to life again. Because the suburbs were doing great. The inner cities were suffering horribly. I can tell you when I was younger in the early 70s, when I was a little kid, going into the inner cities was kind of scary because it was so run down. And so Johnson's the president that said, we've got to do something about this.
I'm going to pause that video real quick. But yes, I want to confirm this. Thank you, YouTube. No, I don't want top chat. I want a live chat. What do I click? Yeah, crazy word.
And we've got to eventually get the cities kickstarted again. So he does that as well. The war on poverty, by the time Johnson takes office, you had a lot of poverty, especially children. Over 3 million children in the United States were at the poverty stage, living in poverty. Johnson, it just tore him up. And so what he basically did was he increased spending on trying to end the war, or start the war on poverty, end poverty in the United States. So much so that by 1968, his last year in office, they're spending $12 billion on welfare programs in the United States, on aid to families that are living in poverty. Again, this had been unheard of. At this level, this had been unheard of. And to his credit, the rate of poverty declined from 1964 to 1974. Now he's now president in 74. But in that 10-year stretch, from the time that he starts the war on poverty, 10 years later, poverty had actually declined in the United States from 20% of the population to 12% of the population. So it had a definite impact. Now the question is, these welfare programs that were put in place, would they sustain? Would they keep going? And again, he's the president that kind of put that into place. But would other presidents keep those going and keep those moving forward? Civil rights is another huge area for President Johnson. President Kennedy had planned in his second term, if he had lived, to actually address civil rights. Well, President Johnson picked the ball up that was there for him to do once Kennedy was killed. In 1964, the Civil Rights Act is passed, bans discrimination in public places.
Oh, I forgot to say.
So that was Kennedy's bill, and Johnson, to his credit, gave Kennedy the credit for that. In 1965, the Voting Rights Act is passed, which eliminates the literacy test and the poll tax. as requirements to vote.
wait.
It allowed African Americans more access to voting. So he passes that. In 1968, there was a housing bill that was passed ending discrimination in housing. Now, if you're saying this, I don't get that, discrimination in housing, like where you can live. Yeah. And that is a direct result of the suburbs. Most suburbs were not allowing African Americans to buy houses there. So in 1968, he said, you can't do that. You can't tell a family or somebody who wants to live in a certain area, you can't live here because of your skin color.
But I'm missing my
So he is a champion of civil rights in a lot of ways. So again, this is another A, you could say on his report card of what he's doing for the civil rights movement. So if you look at LBJ's legacy, his domestic legacy, he's doing an awful lot of good. And a lot of people would have probably said, minus Vietnam, that, boy, Lyndon Johnson, he really gets it. He understands the problems that people faced, and he did. And he attacked those problems and tried to solve those problems as best he could. Unfortunately for him, his legacy, the weight he had to carry was the Vietnam War. And by 1968, the war was so ugly that Johnson didn't resign. He just said, I'm not running for another term because I'm just too worn out. So unfortunately for him, that is his legacy that people remember. But domestically, he did an awful lot of good for the country. And a lot of these things that he did are still around right now. We'll see you next time.
It goes like this, and I don't like that. I don't know. Here's my board. My board of random shit. My board of random shits. That's what I'm calling it now. And this is called a bed, which you probably never slept on one before because you're a ginger from the 1800s. Yeah, it's true, right? Totally. Bro. This is a bed. You probably never been on one before. Probably just have like I was born with ginger hair. I figured. Aren't you like Irish or some shit? Still have the highlights. Think my telekinesis just knocked something off of my shelf. I'm joking. It's the fan, probably. Wait, you actually got one? I didn't know you could do that. Isn't that illegal? It's illegal for you to have a bed. I'm sorry. I'm joking, obviously. Johnson's domestic policy. Domestic abuse. Anyway. Restoring cities, housing, and poverty. Restoring inner cities. After World War II, a lot of people moved out of the cities into suburban. Suburban? Is that how you say it? It's because sometimes I'm dyslexic with my eyes and sometimes I'm dyslexic with my mouth. So, like, I'm either stuttering or I'm trying to find my place again. Because, like, okay, I'm starting over. Because after World War II, a lot of people moved out of the cities into suburban areas. I'm going to read this with an accent because I want to. No, I'm going to read this as Mort from Madagascar. King Julian! That doesn't sound right. King Julian, I'm going to read to you. I'm going to start on my misery wig again. Okay, good for you. After World War II, a lot of people moved out of the cities into suburban areas. Oh, wow, King Julian loves suburban areas as much as I love his feet. This migration caused the inner cities to struggle and become run down. I don't like this voice anymore. Okay, yeah. King Julian! I can't. My throat kind of hurts. Can I touch your feet? Just a little bit. Try Doma Element. Yes, I said feet. Why would I? How would I try to? I don't know how. I don't know. I don't remember what he sounds like. I think I do, but I don't. Oh wait, do I? I don't know. I'm gonna just do a random voice. Nezuko. I'm not good at. Remember what? Oh. Remember his voice because he scares you. Crazy. I hope he cuddles you to sleep tonight. President Lyndon B. Johnson formed the Department of Housing. Oh wait, so you know how when people sneeze, you're supposed to say like bless you or something? Because I don't believe in God and Jesus and whatever. Because I don't believe in God and Jesus or whatever. This is what I say instead. I hope Jesus kisses your forehead goodnight and tucks you in real tight while Satan reads you a bedtime story. I'm not gonna double it and give it to the next person, by the way. President Lyndon B. Johnson formed the Department of Housing. Cause he's hot, like attractive, and if you pretend that he's not a demon, he'll pretend to love you. Okay, fine. Muichiro will cuddle you to sleep. President Lyndon B. Johnson formed the Department of Housing and Urban Development to bring life back to the inner cities. My nose is running again. Robert Weaver was appointed to be head of the department, making him the first African American cabinet member. I started writing a Byler fanfic, and I used a line that was actually in the show, and then my brother said that it was copying, but I was literally just trying to make it more accurate to like the characters. Like, I don't know. I literally didn't even use the exact quoting. I just like said part of it. Is that plagiarism? I don't know. Cause all I said was they kissed, and then them being dum-dums, they wanted to like forget about it. So then I had Mike said like something along the lines of like, you know what, that was stupid, like can we just forget about that or something. And then Will was like, yeah, friends. And then Mike was like, best friends. That's literally all it was. Technically, the entire line from the show would have been, do you think we can still be friends? Nah, I'll pass. Best friends or something like that. Best friends or something like that. But I just clipped it. Anyway, fighting poverty. Poverty was also a major issue facing the United States in the 1960s. Damn, that was a long time ago. I don't want to get up and grab tissues again, but my nose is running. This issue was particularly important to Johnson as he himself had grown up in poverty. What do you want? What's the point of walking in here if you were just going to shut the door? Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I already read that part. Excuse me. When he became president. When he became president. 3 million. 3 million kids. Damn, that's a lot of kids. 3 million kids were living in poverty in America. America! sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jump scare. Jump scare. Also, by the way, I may unintentionally or intentionally just quote random movies and shows I've seen. So if I just say something that sounds like rude or out of context, that's probably what it is. Yeah, by the way. In 1960 I was trying to show you my like POV. This is what happened. You. POV, this is you. Here scream. So like like I bet that was you. In 1964, Robert Duck almost. Owie. Owie. It's. My neck hurts, but massaging it hurts worse. So I have to slap it, therefore. Perfect knowledge. I mean, scientifically proven, right? By the Trump's undergarments. Yeah. In 1964, poverty levels were at 20%. Johnson increased federal spending in an attempt to lower the poverty rate. By 1968, the government was spending $12 billion to combat poverty. I almost said cum. Like, it's not what I wanted to say. And by 1977, okay, by 1974, poverty levels dropped to 12%. What was the impact? What was the impact? What was the impact of increased federal spending on the poverty rate during Lyndon Johnson's presidency? Yeah. He ugly. He ugly. Oh, jump scare. Jump scare. Like, damn, that was scary. Don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that, Prezi Weddy. Don't scare me like that. Well, honestly, you're probably better than Trump, so I'm gonna ignore the way you look. Okay. Wait, I gotta reread this. After jump out of bed, mix up a breakfast for my favorite pet snail. Meow. Full steam ahead, the yes, I am ready is about to set sail. Another day couldn't get much better, but it keeps on trying. Yeah. Krabby Patties that need frying. That's crazy. Also, I don't have hairspray, so literally, maybe. But also, I don't have hairspray, so my overnight wig is literally sitting on the bathroom counter with hair rollers in because I can't hairspray it, meaning I'm not gonna take it out and let the curls fall out because that would be stupid. Meaning I only have like half of it done. So yeah. Same with my Doma wig. Like I sectioned it and brushed most of it, but there's no point of brushing it and sectioning it if I don't have hairspray to style it. Anyway, F. I can't say after. After President I said it again, president. After President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963, Lyndon B. Johnson became the next president. Johnson won the 1964 election, and I don't have a crimper. I can't crimp it because I don't know. What was the point of crazy? But I need to trim it because it came with some random long strands. Also, what was the point of my brother knocking on my door just to run away? Stop it! Anyway, Johnson won the 1964 election and was eligible to run again in 1968, but chose not to run after the events in Vietnam. What happened in Vietnam? Did you eat a cat or something? Stop knocking on my door! Oh, wait. I thought my blanket was my cat. I was gonna say, oh, come here, kitty, kitty, to my blanket. Stop knocking on my door, I'm telling Mom. Yeah. It's not even like the color a cat could be. It's literally a blue blanket. Stop knocking on my door. You have 4 seconds to stop or I'm getting up and telling Mom. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm getting up. Mom, Brixton's knocking on my door and he's not even opening. Hi, baby. I asked him to stop 6 times. Get out of my... No, leave my door. What? How? He's hitting me. No, I'm not. Okay, give me a sec. Okay. It's not even time for them to eat. Hi, kitty. ADHD final button. Hi, kitty, come here. I got a cat. He's fat. Ow, you're fat. Not you, my cat. His name is Drake Kaboom. You can tell what he's named after based off how he looks. Are you chirping? You're gonna eat in 2 minutes. Calm down. Bro just jumped over my laptop. Where's your dad, bro? Did he go get the milk again? Ow. Hi, baby. Well, the other cat's not coming out, so I guess he's not going to be openly gay. Also, earlier on live. Ew! Ew, that's disgusting. Earlier on live, YouTube. Why would he call you that even if you weren't a minor? Exactly, because you're just gonna go to some random person's DMs or something and just say "Hey, mommy, what? You want to be a sugar baby? Hey, mommy, you want to come by my place? Ew, ew, that's disgusting. Hi, baby. Oh, also earlier in live stream, when I was live streaming, when I was alone, YouTube came out as gay and TikTok came out as bisexual. And the way I know that is because YouTube wasn't loading, and I said, if you don't load, you're gay, and then it didn't load, and then I had to close the tab. And then TikTok wasn't loading either, so I was like, if you don't load, you're bisexual, and it didn't load for 5 minutes. Yeah, so they're queer icons. There's queer icons. Like, I'm so proud of them for coming out of the closet after all these years. Like, I'm gonna feed my pets real quick, so yeah. Smay. Smay is crazy. We got President and Smay. Smay President. I think it's like Slay, but with a lisp. Smay President. That's my guess. Smay President. Smay President. Smay President. Bo, you such a girly pop. Why is my laughter so delayed? I'm literally like saying the funniest shit ever, and then I don't laugh until I see your LMAO. Like, what is wrong with me? Also, I was drawing some stuff. Donkey is crazy. You know what's funny? When I was little, I used to have a crush on the donkey from Shrek. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go feed my pets. I'll be right back. Come on, let's go eat. Hi, kitties. Why'd you move the cat tree? Mom, you're moving the cat tree.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's not even touching the wall anymore. Hey! That's your husband, you be nice. Or maybe it's a lavender marriage, so I don't know. You don't need the PS5, Brixer.
Yes. Because I need to play.
You don't need to play.
Yes.
What you need to do is talk to me better. Because you're being mean. We don't know either. We don't have to set it up. It's not open yet.
What? No, can.
Right, go.
Yes. Yes. Hi, babies. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, let's see. Why is your fat ass on the not you, my cat. Your fat ass on the charger. Oopsie. Okay, got it. Okay. Should have blown my nose while I was still up. Anyway, that's it. I really don't care. What is the question? Who's the first U.S. president to enact environmental regulation? Yes, I'm still here, you stupid school. Oh man. Guess it's Lyndon B. Johnson. For real. But you know who we can cosplay? Zenitsu, because he's canonically unattractive. What event caused Lyndon B. Johnson not to run in the 1968 presidential election? Oh, I saw this cosplayer on my For You page, and she was cosplaying Mitsuri. Yippee! And she was cosplaying Mitsuri. Congratulations to you. And her Mitsuri wig was like really curly and had a bunch of like cute like clips in it, and the way it was styled makes me want to eat it, but not like enjoying eating it, but just eating it because it looks good. You know what I mean? Like, what's a food that looks good until you actually try it and it tastes like ass? Your mom? I'm sorry. I searched up Nezuko fan art, and I was looking through some of the links, and I accidentally found an AI video of Nezuko and Muzan having sex. Oh, yay! Decorations! Yeah, exactly! And then, in the video, Nezuko said, yeah, but then Nezuko in the video said, I don't like you. You're not supposed. I'm not supposed to do this with you. I'm gonna go get my brother. I'm a child. And then Muzan said, I need the blue spider lily. Besides, age is just a number. We're in Japan. No one's gonna do anything. Yeah. Yeah. Technically, in Japan, if she was 14 at that time, she would have been not a minor. She would have been a legal adult, but still. Yeah, but it was like season 1 Nezuko. It wasn't even like her in her full demon form or anything. Because like that would be like her body being an adult or something. I don't know. Which bill? Exactly. And then I looked at the comments. Thankfully, none of the comments were like anything weird. But the comments were all saying like, look at this AI slop. The fuck is this? And all that. Thankfully, but like, there was 330,000 views. 99% of the viewers liked the video. 1% disliked the video. I don't like that. Yeah. It made me want to throw up. Which bill removed the literacy test and poll tax requirements to vote? Oh, and then I accidentally found another one. This time, it was Nezuko and Tanjiro having, you know what? Well, Inosuke and Zenitsu watched in pure disgust. As they should. Because who wouldn't be disgusted by seeing two siblings doing that? Like, excuse you? Hey, that is not your food. That is your dad's food, you fat ass. What? Trying to read this question, as you can see, but my mouth is not working. Alex, Sakura, a person, an old man who's 67 years old online. I recognize your persona thingy. Huh? What? Oopsie. Oh, I have ears. Did you know I have ears? Like, they're attached to my body? I didn't know if you had some. Barely! I'm trying to read this question on my school, and my mouth is not letting me read it. 6 days. February 3rd, I think, right? Something like that. Right? Tomorrow's my brother's birthday. He's turning 5. Just a cat. Can you see my cat? Can you see my cat or no? Hi, kitty. Ugh. Okay. Ow. What did federal funding allow schools to build during Lyndon Johnson's presidency? Let's see. Libraries. Okay. I do not want to do math. School is so boring. Exactly. I don't like it. And then I have to do PE. I don't even understand the point of me doing PE because I'm literally homeschooled. Same. But I'm broke. I don't have money to be able to buy better stuff for my cosplays. The only money I have is specifically for the show. And I somehow need to come up with more than $3,000. Yippee! Also, ooh, that's nice. But I need to come up with more than $3,000 soon. Because, ooh, you get paid for good grades? I've never gotten paid for school. Or, chores kind of once, but only like $20 a week, and then they stopped paying me.
Hello, Hello. My name is Dr. Anissa Riley, and we're going to be beginning of the game of basketball. Now, we're not going to talk about everything involved in basketball,
So
but we're going to talk
I
about
really
one of
don't
the
care
most
because I don't want to
important
play
skills that
basketball
you
and I don't
need
have
in
any
order
plans to play
to
basketball,
win
so I
the
don't want to
game,
know
and
about
that
how to
is
play basketball.
passing.
Ooh.
You need to know how
Oh,
to
that makes more
move the
sense.
ball across
But
the
I've like always
hardwood
gotten
floor.
good grades.
You
So.
need to make sure that you're getting the ball to your teammate, and you do that by passing. Now, there are 4 different types of ways that you can pass the
I don't know
ball
why I'm supposed to
during
be
the
learning about
game.
basketball and PE
Let's
when I
go
don't
over the
want to
4
learn how to play
techniques.
basketball.
The first one is
Because I
called
don't want to play basketball. I do
chest
not like
pass.
basketball. Where's
Yes, you
my
heard me, the chest pass.
Oh, there they
So
are.
you're going to hold the ball at your chest,
My-
and you're going to pass the ball.
My
To complete
my
this
shin
chest
hurts.
pass, you
My
see
brain
player
hurts.
pass the ball from the chest area. Player pass the ball from their chest area using 2 hands. Now you see the basketball
Knee
player
surgery.
aiming for their teammate's chest. Chest passes can be used when you're not guarded heavily. As I said, you're going to hold the ball with 2 hands by the chest, and you're going to pass it to your
I've never
teammate's
had a
chest.
surgery before.
Make sure
I've only
that
been
you're
in
not heavily
ER
guarded,
once.
because if you are, there's a good opportunity for the defender, the other team, to steal the ball, to get the ball, and you don't want that to happen. So that's one way that you can pass the ball on the court. The second way that you can pass the ball on the court is a push pass. Now, a push pass is similar to a chest pass, but there is some slight variation. This pass is used when you are closely guarded. As I said, it's similar to the chest pass, but
Really bright,
watch how this player pushes the ball with one hand while taking a step to create space from the defender.
Trolls,
This
like
technique
those
will
wooden
typically
trolls
be
with the colored
used
hair,
with your right hand
stuck
when
up like
passing
this or
right,
something.
and your left hand when passing left.
Grace!
So you're going to use one hand to pass the ball. If the defender is on your right hand side, then you're going to use your left hand to push pass. If the defender is on your left hand side, then you're going to use your right hand to do the push pass. So make sure you understand which side the defender is on, and then use the opposite hand. Now, the other pass that you can use in this game to make sure that you're getting the ball to your teammate is the bounce pass. The bounce pass is frequently used when your on-ball defender has their hands high and you still need to make a pass. The bounce pass to a teammate regularly occurs when making an entry for the ball, or you want to pass the ball out to the teammate if you are double teamed. Now, watch how the player
Wait, what language is she texting
bounces
you
the
in?
ball with strength so that the ball bounces off the floor to the chest height of the teammate. So if you are double teamed and you just can't seem to get the ball any way out to the teammate,
or do you just like
use the
not
bounce
understand
pass.
what she's saying?
But do it with force, because you want it to bounce, and you want it to bounce straight up to the chest of the teammate. Now, as you heard me say, it can be used if you are double teamed. It can be used if you are out of bounds and you're trying to get the ball in bounds. But at the end of the day, make sure that you are doing it with strength and force, and it is bouncing up to your teammate's chest. A good way to decide if you should utilize the bounce pass is by looking at where the defender's hands are.
It does?
If the defender has the hands up in the air, then that would be a good opportunity to use the bounce pass. The reason why is because if the hands are up here and you are bouncing the ball down low, they do not have the time to react to block the ball. So be smart about when you're using a bounce pass, but just know that when the defender's hands are up, that is probably a good opportunity to use the bounce pass. The fourth pass that you can use during the game to get the ball to your teammate is the overhead pass.
Sometimes
This overhead pass is also known as a skip pass. You're moving the ball from one side of the court to the other. This can be an effective way to reverse the ball to the opposite end of the court when there aren't any other ways to get the ball to a teammate.
Trying to read in my head and I can't
So
read it, or I'm trying
overhead
to say
pass,
something and
right?
my
It's
words
over your
and I'm
head.
just
You
stuttering.
have 2 hands
It's
on the
weird because
ball,
I've literally
and
never
you
had a
want to
speech
make sure
impediment
that
in my
you
life.
can get it across the court. This is the ball pass. This is the pass that will help you get the ball quickly across the court in a fast amount of time. Remember, if your teammate is closely guarded, be very mindful at which part of the body you want to get it to. Is it the head, the chest, over the head? As you heard me talk about these passes, you will hear me use the word teammate's chest a lot. You can utilize that as a target area for where you want to get the ball.
Considering your
Concentrate
birthday is
on your
really close
teammate's
to mine,
chest
it's really
area,
far.
and you will be able to pass them the ball properly. If I can leave you with anything in this game of basketball and passing,
why do I
want
care
you to
more
remember
about
these
because
passes.
it's my schoolwork.
Say them with me. You have the chest pass.
Also,
you have the push pass.
Why do I care more about
you have the
inanimate
bounce
objects
pass,
than I care
and then you have the overhead
about
pass.
my
If
my
you
mental
can master
stability,
those 4 basic passes,
which is
then you
weird.
are on your way to being a really
Like,
great
I'll
basketball player
hit
who has
something,
great technical
and
skill.
then I'm like, oh my god, are
So,
you okay?
get on
I'm
out there,
sorry, I'm
practice your
sorry, and I'm
passes,
caressing
and
it.
have some fun.
How do you
Until
leave
next
just
time.
straighten it out? I'm styling a wig and focus either on the wig or the live, please, Alex, please. And also, but then when it comes to me, I'm just like, if I cry, I'll probably feel better, and if I don't, I'll just cry again until I feel better. Let's see what the question is. When executing a chest pass, where should the passer aim the teammate's chest? I don't know. Wait, I want to do something cool. Well, it's not really cool. I just think it's cool. I'm gonna share my full screen. I need to go. Why did your math teacher yell at you? The upper body strength of a noodle. The upper body strength of a noodle is crazy. So hold on, let me see. Look, now there's multiple me's. Why did your Nana yell at you? Why is all she's good for yelling at you? Like literally, all she's good for is yelling at you and taking your devices away so you can no longer communicate to people. Like, look, there's multiple me's. So you can see me flip you off multiple times. Because I said I couldn't finish the test after school. So, that must mean you have like something to do, right? So now you guys get it hard. Cause I'm lame and a loser and I don't know what else to do. Okay, I'm not gonna my full screen because window, this one. Okay. Let's see. Which type of pass is best used when there is little defensive pressure? Chess pass, maybe? Yeah, I was right. Damn. I have to do math after this. I don't want to do math after this. I'm getting bored, and my brain will not just make me sit still for a very long time. Even though I already have for a very long time, way too long for my brain to stay stable. Ow. So I'm sitting at my piano right now. You're crazy. Okay. So now, I hope the sound doesn't cut out because. Can you hear that? Also, it's YOU''RE for your, by the way, Alex. Okay, so the overhead pass is also known as what when thrown across the court. Skip pass, probably? Okay, yeah, it is. I'm gonna put this in my lap because it's being a little Okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I want 45. Thank you. We doing basketball in gym. I feel bad for you, unless you like basketball. I don't like basketball. Which pass is the most useful when a defender has their hands raised? Bounce pass. What is the main advantage of using there's quick and direct. Okay, so we're just gonna let this. I don't like 45 anymore. I don't like the sound. I'm gonna put it back up, but without sound because I don't want the sound. I don't like the sound. There we go. I'm gonna turn it down on my end because I don't like it. I didn't even do much. I literally. Oh my god, you're gonna be up. Yes, thank you. I am the next muzzle. You guys, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're both older than you, Alex. I know that for a fact. Grace is older than me. Sadly. But not sadly, because I don't know. Yes, we're your parents now. Oops. Oops. I did not put that right. Based off what I've heard from you, Alex, your guardian sucks. Newly 13? Okay. When the one what guy said what? You said when the guy said that. When what guy said what? He said, I was newly 13 because my birthday's in April when the guy said that. Oh, I don't know why this has nothing to do with that, but I don't know why that just reminded me of one time when I was in 6th grade. I had worn leggings and a hoodie to school because I don't know, I wanted to, and I had to go to the bathroom, so I was walking and down. Me too, because then it would be cute. Anyway, so I was walking to the bathroom, and then there was these 2 5th graders who were like, they were in trouble, so they were standing outside their classroom door, and then they just started screaming "God" at me, and for whatever reason, I could have said something very horrendously inappropriate and aggressive to them, but for whatever reason, I didn't. When I went back, they weren't there. So, and the worst part was one of them was my friend's brother. Literally, my friend's older brother. Because my friend, she was in 4th grade at the time, and it was her older brother. Yeah, I don't even think he knew that his sister was my friend, but still, you don't just say that. That's what's disgusting. The other kid, I don't even know who he was, but I just knew he was notorious for getting in trouble. I don't want to do math. I prefer my friends, but it's just have to. I want to be a pretty ugly mole rat in my next life. In my next life, if I'm not a naked mole rat, I'm gonna cry. I want to be a naked mole rat in my next life, or at least a rat in general. Is a naked mole rat even a rat? It's a mole, right? Choose the histogram for this frequency table. 2, 4. This one. I gotta blow my nose again because I don't know why it keeps running though. I want to be a fox. A fox is cool too, but I want to be something ugly because I want people to, I want everybody to look at me with disgust, and then that one person comes and actually adores me, and then comes and picks me up and takes me home or something. You know what I mean? Because like, if I was something gorgeous, a fox, wouldn't people hunt a fox? Maybe, or like skin it, or taxidermy it in some way. Yeah, I don't think they would taxidermy a rat, but I don't know. Ow. Ow! That hurt. Excuse me. Me too. I love rats. Histogram for this frequency 3. I know you told me. Stupid movie to your brain, not remembering that you told me some. Crazy. Wait, didn't that one eat the other rat or kill it or something? I don't know. I don't remember. I have a really short brain too sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. My fish, I used to have a fish, and it jumped down the drain. Add people to live? Well, if you have live access, then yeah. Well, because it's yeah. You said I think I remember that. If you have live access, you should be able to. I would be able to add you. I think, probably. Let me manage my life. But I don't know if there's any way to do it unless you have live access. Let me manage the live stream. It's not letting me press it. Okay, well, it's not letting me press it, so I wouldn't be able to do it even if I wanted to. Ew, I don't want to do that. Whatever. One time I tried to do a cartwheel, and right when I was upside down, my period started. I don't know why it was that specific moment, but it was that specific moment. So then, because when I flipped, instead of it going down to like my pants or something, it felt like someone just poured Kool-Aid, like warm Kool-Aid inside. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I am. Yeah. That happened once. 0, 3, 5. 3, 5, 5. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Actually, with my first period, I asked my mom if I was pregnant because I associated blood from there with someone giving birth. I don't know why, but I did. So I asked my mom if I was pregnant. Yeah, stop walking away. Yeah, it was boring. Very boring. Wait, hold on. What is that profile? Is it a cat? Or am I slow? Oh shit, I forgot how to do the mean and I wasn't paying attention to the video, so. Do either of you know how to find the mean of a data set? I'll take that as a no. Shit. Same though, but like, I'm gonna Google. Yeah, I used to, but now I don't. This is why I failed math in 7th grade. Wait. Feeling math. Oops. I can't fail math. And the reason why is because I will get kicked out of the school. Either that, or I don't pass high school. Yeah, because I'm supposed to graduate high school early, and because I'm gonna graduate early, I have to do like my work properly. So I can't fail. How do I'm gonna hold on. Will this let me just Google this? Search for Google. I'm searching the answer with Google. Add all the numbers in the data set. Count the total number of values. Divide the sum by the... 315 divided by 7 is 45. Oh, okay. Yeah, I finished 7th grade school year and 8th grade school year and started 9th grade school year in less than a single year. So, yeah. Okay, so, ooh. I wonder what you're gonna pick. All I remember that I picked was medical terminology, French, American Sign Language, business math, because that's the only thing that will actually help me in the real world. Something else. Ew, college. Good for you. I'm sorry. I'm probably not even gonna go to college because I want to get a job. But in order to get a job, because I want to be an actor, and by that I mean actor. I want to do acting. So I'm trying to. I already know how to do stuff, but I get to choose an art course and a tech course. That's stupid. Also, for whatever reason, my school kicked me out of American Sign Language, so I have to take it in, like, I think 11th grade, 12th, 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that. I don't know. So at 7th grade school year, I took Spanish. 8th grade, I took American Sign Language. 9th grade, I'm taking French. I don't know what's going next, so. Okay, 15 plus 53. 60 plus 8. 68 plus 20 is 88 plus 6 is 94 plus 45 is 94 plus 40 is 139 plus 21 is 160, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 160 divided by 5. Well, 5 to 100 is 20. And 5 to 60 is 12. 20 plus 12. What is 20 plus 12? 32, I think, right? I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I got it right. I got that right. I'm so good, guys, right? So good. So, yeah. 56 plus 49 is 90 plus 15 is 105. 155. 163 plus 63. 163. 226. 226 plus 52. 226 plus 52 is 278, I think. Something like that. 278 plus 42. 278 is 46 plus 46. 278 is 318 plus 6, 324, I think. Hold on, let me just, I need a calculator. 324 divided by is 54. That's amazing. So what's up with you guys? Because the chat just went dead. 3 people. So, how have you guys been lately? Aside from the yelling. I see 3 people in my life. 36 Seawicks. Oopsie. My keyboard. Oopsies. That is not what I meant to do. So, you're just not going to talk to me now? Okay. I see how it is. You guys don't love me anymore. You guys don't love me. I'm hungry. Hello, are you gonna load for me? Stupid school. No, I don't even need to really. Okay. Thank you for loading. Excuse you, I do not want. Stupid school. Let's load, please. I just want to finish school. I'm done. Well, I'm done anyway. I know that for a fact, so I'm just gonna close it. Stop sharing my screen. You know what I could do? I could write. Hold on. I could write lines for my show because I'm so awesome sauce. No, I'm not. But you know what I mean. Let me put this. How am I gonna do this? Oh, I know how. I'm gonna move that there. I'm gonna share my full screen. Oh, entire screen. Oh, share. I don't care if you can't go on, you stupid page. I don't even want to use you. Let's see. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna close this tab and open this tab. Open this tab too. Please let me. Okay. I mean, aw, snap. Stupid. Is the chat working on your end and it's just not mine? Because it's not showing me that if you're saying anything, but I doubt that because guys don't love me anymore. No, I don't want to make this full screen. Stupid ass. Not you, but like. Okay, got it. Someone. Oh, why is this there? It's whatever. Gotta find where I left off. What do you mean chat is disabled for this live stream? Stupid chat. Let's see. Will it work? Let's see. Am I able to fix my chat? Please let me fix my chat. YouTube, I hate you. Why is it disabled? Okay, so my chat isn't working, so I'm gonna end this live and then go back on live because see if my chat starts working again. So just join that one. Okay. Bye bye. For now. Until I'm under your bed tonight.